Hi, this is part 2 of our forensics lab looking at command line utilities for data analysis using DNS and Unified Threat Management. Let's get started. As discussed in the first video, we've already logged in and created our home directory inside or our base directory inside of our lab forensics folder. So if you look over here, you can see that I do have my home student lab forensics John Doe folder, jdoe, all lowercase, easy to get into. I've already downloaded my 2 files, as you have seen in the first video, and today we're going to start working with UTM-01 What is that? Well, that's a Unified Threat Management log. It's a firewall log, and it's live. So let's see, as of April 17th, let's see what it's got in it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and head that log. That shows me the top 10 lines. Now, as I look at this top 10 lines, I've got to figure out what I would actually like to analyze inside the log. Now, there are a lot of ways to go about this. What we're going to do is just start looking at our command line parsing utilities, data analysis utilities, to allow us to grow from that point on. We're going to create a sled of bash commands as we go through and learn how to manipulate the command line in here. There are a lot of ways to do this, so don't get caught up in the minutia of, well, why didn't we look at DNAT versus SNAT, or why aren't we going through and looking at just the IP address? You can do that. I encourage you to think abstractly around, why would someone do this? Theoretically, I also encourage you to think out of the box. Think of things. When you're doing forensics analysis and you don't know why an agent or someone has handed you a file, there's a lot of digging into that file that you need to do. There's a lot of investigation. And in this class, we're actually going through how do you conduct that investigation from, in this case, a terminal. Let's go ahead. So here we've got this file. I did a head. If I triple click a line, it highlights the entire line. And I can look at these lines and say, oh, look at that. That's really cool. It's comma separated. It's a comma separated values. That's wonderful. And this one just happens to be South Africa as we look at that. What would be nice is actually a fun exercise would be for us to rip out this information, that source country, and we'll find out what country is trying to get into our firewall in the lab, the cyber lab, most often. Let's get started. So let's cat this file at gcutm01 and let's grep, and I'm going to go ahead and look for anything that is denied and press enter. Let's just start with building our sled right here. Okay, there. We see lots of denies. Now, I don't want to go through this too much because this file is 104,000 lines long, so I'm just going to stop it right there. But you go through, and we're going to go through and grep denies. Then I'm going to awk a field separator of source country. Where is that? src country equals quote right there. We'll need to backslash escape the last quote to get rid of it there. Put it right there. And then we're going to print $2. So $2 is the next column after our field separator of source country. So you see source country right there. We include the equals in the quote. Anything after that is going to be on the line. You'll see that in a second. So when I press enter now, anything after that is now printed up on the screen. Now, I actually only want this part. So if I just look at the quote, I don't look at commas. I just look at the quote there, and I can break that out. So I can do an awk. Don't even need a field separator. Yeah, let's do it. A field delimiter, and we're going to do a quote. Remember, you have to backslash escape the quote because we are making quotes. Let's see. We are actually using quotes here to encapsulate what we're using as a capital F field delimiter. So because we've got the field delimiter there, we want to be sure that we backslash escape that double quote so that it's not considered a quote, double quote. All right. So in this case, print $1, and there you go. So now we've got a list of all the countries that have tried to log into our system. Let's go ahead and sort unique-c and sort-n. Let's go ahead and run that. Now, if we go through and do that sort unique-c and sort-n, that gives us a real list of what actually is going on our firewall. Fun. We can see, oh, look at that. We've had one intrusion attempt from the Bahamas. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're pinging us. Maybe they're end-mapping us. I don't know. Maybe they're actually something weird going on. But there you go. We've had one from the Bahamas. What a, seems like a fun place to be now that things are coming around from the winter. We have Bahrain, Botswana, Ghana, and we keep moving down. And we can see that most commonly the United States is trying to get into our stuff. Next, be Russian Federation. Then below that, Ireland. Below that, China, Netherlands, Bulgaria, reserved. Okay, reserved's kind of interesting. Reserved could be IANA prisoner, and IANA prisoner would be anything in the 10 dot range, 172.16 through 172.32 or 31.255.255, or the 192.168 range. Yeah, 169.2 for our people kind of things, but it could be something in that range. So, not as exciting as we look down that. So there you go. Really fast, we were able to rip out what people are, what countries are getting in. Let's go ahead and see what people are doing. So let's look at this file again. I'm going to go grep that deny. In this case, I'm not going to look at the countries. I'm going to look and see what they're trying to do inside the system. Oh, we can actually just look for pings. Let's just grep. Look at that. No, not there. All right. Grep ping. Nope, none of that. Okay. Maybe it's going to be under ICMP. Let's see. Nope. All right, fine. So let's look at the deny. Oh, go through here. What we got? We have a service. Is it the source, destination country, source country, United States? The app right there. Yeah, let's grab app equals. That looks like that's going to be really a lot of fun. And it looks like it's going to be the most revealing. It's going to be app equals there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's go through and we're going to go ahead and grep the deny. And then we're going to do the awk. Set up a field delimiter. That field delimiter is going to be app equals. Remember to / escape the quote. Then... and we're going to print everything that comes after that. Print $2. You ever get your hands just off the keyboard just a little bit and then everything? Okay, so we've got that. Now we're printing everything after the word app. So we got a couple of apps coming up there. That's kind of fun. You can see those right there, what ports they're trying to get into. Let's go ahead and grab that again, and we'll go ahead and do the same thing. awk-f quote / quote. Single quote, print $1, and let's look at that. Yeah, great. And let's do the sort, unique-c and sort-n. And there you go. So got a big blank line there. I'm going to have to ignore that for now because we'd have to do a lot of digging in to see what's going on with that. So, all right, there you go. This is what people are trying to get into. We can see they're looking at they're getting denied when they try NetBIOS, console, SMB, MS SQL. We don't have any of that running on our network, so it's good that people are trying to get into with that because it doesn't exist. So you got RDP, SIP, SIP, which is going to be your voice over IP stuff, web management ports they're trying to get into, and then a whole bunch of other ports that they're trying to access, which could be viruses or other things that they're interested in. I don't want this video to get too long. I'll be pasting all the commands I just ran inside the YouTube description. Please be sure you watch the first video to get an idea of how to get into the system for the second video. And if you have any questions, contact me on Telegram or post it into the YouTube comments. Look forward to talking to you in the future.